Hello. Well done, Ashley. Congratulations. So, good evening, everybody, to our call tonight, follow up customer service and create happy clients. For those who are the very first time on the call tonight, my name is Via Corey, but it's absolutely not about me tonight. It's actually about how you can create happy clients. And we have somebody here on the call tonight. She has actually at the moment 27 clients. So if you just think about how do I get my first client or my next client, this is really the call you want to listen to. And it's not about getting a client such as, it's more important to create out of a client who starts on a trial pack, a happy client, a client who starts to trust you more and more, a client you make believe in themselves, a client who finds the confidence again. And she is really, I can say, a master in doing that with love, with passion, with her own result. And not just that, out of her client base, she has created in the meantime 18 members directly. Most of them are active members, not just buying for their own use the products. No, they are activated, getting their NutriBullet, having their minimum of 500, 600, 700 PPV every single month. And in total, in her downline, she has 34 members. So without any further ado, she has lost more than 42 kilo. I hope that I still have the right update because she loses like it's unbelievable. And without any further ado, I want to hand over to our beautiful Roxana. You're in for a special treat, so please put your hands together and let's welcome our World Team member, Roxana Sudenberg. Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Bea. Thank you, guys. Okay, do you have the right presentation, Bea, or is it still your one? I just want to confirm.
Just in a second, I just wanted to welcome you first because I know you're super excited to be with us. I just wanted to show quickly your photo you have posted today, and I put it in my first presentation I did for you. And I didn't want to miss out, basically, to have him on a slide as well. He's actually your sponsor, not maybe many know him, but I think he also deserves some applause because of his passion in the products and believing in Roxana, really taking good care of you. This is why you developed in such a beautiful, beautiful result. And what we want to answer tonight is really the standards in follow-up. It's not about standard questions only. Roxana has prepared everything. It's really also how do you encourage your client day by day and week by week? How do you create trust that clients trust in you? How do you make your client excited? How do you keep your client in the loop? And. So all these questions will be answered tonight. And if you have more questions, we have time to answer the questions. And at the very end, I want that you stay in the call and highly focused and concentrated because the last 5 minutes, I just need to explain you more about our amazing three promotions which just got announced from Herbalife at the end of last week. You don't want to miss out there. But now, over to our beautiful Roxana.
Okay, just quickly, I want to mention something about the picture. In August 2016 was the first time I stood on stage in front of everybody within Herbalife. And July 2017, which was this year, that was my first time I stood in front of an LDW. So both of those pictures are extremely important and very emotional for me. So yeah, that's why I did that today.
You look bloody sexy.
I'll answer to you later, FC. For things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better. This is just a quote that I got from Jim Rohn. That's something that I saw that I thought would be fit for, especially for this presentation. So for things to improve, you have to improve. When you have to go, everything in your life grows with you. And that for me was extremely important and to relate to many people out there who's just started in the business, who's currently in the business. Because what you need to know is that you need to keep on improving yourself. Because as much as you think people are not watching, people are watching you all the time. Doesn't matter what you do, where you are. People who doesn't even speak to you, people who's not even connected to you, those people are still watching you, believe it or not. And I've seen that with my own two eyes. Just a small little quote. It might not be easy, but it's definitely worth it. If you look at the photo on the left-hand side, as you can see there, I weighed about with a double chin there, 135 kilos. And on the other side, I'm weighing just above 90. So, how to deal with new customers on a 6-day challenge? So when I invite people, when people approach me, and that's 90% of my customers, when they do approach me, what I do is I introduce myself. Because at the end of the day, people believe what you believe in, and people are watching you, as I stated in the beginning. So after my introduction to myself, and I've done the whole presentation to them, I forward the very first thing I do from my cell phone. I forward them all the recipes that they can use making their shakes. Making it taste to what they like. So it will vary from customer to customer, because as you know, not all customers prefer milk. Not all customers prefer yogurt. Not all a booklet that we have that we can provide them. That
Give her a sec. She's back now.
there she. Can you hear me? Okay, she can't see. Her voice is off.
Yeah.
I think there's no connection from her.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There we go.
Okay, I'm going back to the presentation.
Was it because your connection was lost?
Yeah, there's a problem the whole day with the internet connection. Can you see the presentation?
I don't think I can see it, because I can see it on my end because I've got it open as well.
Yeah, I asked the others if they can see it. Now I must share screen again. Got it?
Yeah, can see it.
Okay, going back on current slide. Sorry about that. Okay.
Okay. So from the product information, I provide them with the eating plan. Now remember, there's people who want to lose weight and there's people who want to pick up weight. So it depends on the consumer as well. That's the eating plan that you provide them. Now at the same time, there's a different types of consumption for them as well. So if it is that they are going to pick up weight, they need to use a shake as well as a meal together. So this information is sent via WhatsApp if available, and liaised with face-to-face if possible. Now, I prefer the face-to-face on the first point of contact, irrespective of where the consumer is. So whether it is a live call like we have now, whether it is a telephone call, whether it is via WhatsApp, whether it is via IMO, whichever way, I try and see the person so that I can see what his or her reaction is once providing the information. So that is how I start off once I've handed over the 6-day trial pack. How do I build relationships? Constant communication, making the consumer feel like he or she is the only person that I'm coaching. So for me, what I've done was, and what I've got taught this by sending daily motivations to my people. So I've created that little chat group where each and every new member is in, as well as current members, well, not members, sorry, customers are in, and I send them daily motivations to encourage them. whether it is Herbalife or not Herbalife, whether it is just daily quotes, whether it's things from John, whether it is whoever it is, I take things even from Facebook and I add it and I send it to them. And that also creates communication from them back in stating to me their shake was great today, or they need more shake, or they want me to come and visit, whichever way. That is how I start building a relationship, by staying in contact with them on a daily basis. What do you do with consumers who doesn't have WhatsApp? So I email them. I sent them emails with the little clips, with the 21-day, with the 6-day challenge, irrespective. And if I don't get a response from them by the 2nd day, I then make a follow-up call to them. So I always ask them, once I start and hand over the trial pack, I ask them, how would they prefer to be communicated in? And 99% of them would say WhatsApp would be fine. They wouldn't necessarily reply immediately, but they would reply. And those who doesn't reply, I make sure that I place the phone in. Now, bearing in mind that I've got an 8-to-5 job, whilst driving home, which is not a very good thing, but because I have the Bluetooth, I always make sure that I call the consumers on a day-to-day basis whilst driving home as well, which saves time for me by the time I get home, and it obviously makes it easier for the end consumer as well, so that I know what they are doing when they are doing it. What do you do when a consumer doesn't like the milk, which obviously is the lactose-free milk? If I am able to provide a consumer with a presentation, because as I stated before, I prefer the face-to-face when getting to them, I will make him or her a shake from various methods. So as you know, you can mix your shake with yogurt and water, or you can mix it with PDM and water, or you can even make the shake into a porridge. So I prefer making it for them, so that they know exactly how it tastes, how the mixtures are made, etc., etc. So I try and do it myself for them first time around. So even if I do this video call and I mix the shake for them myself, that's exactly what I will do in showing them and doing the proper presentation. So I will find a way, even if the WhatsApp is not available. What are the options provided for an upgrade? Always shake, aloe, and tea. However, I do know that not all consumers want to upgrade on this. For me, my bare minimum is always a shake and a tea. Now, some people doesn't have the needs or have the affordability to do so. And for me, in my organization, I do not sign the person up as a member for just discount. If they are going to want to do it, they need to do it at least for 2 or 3 months, so that I know that they are serious in wanting to build a healthier lifestyle. And as I said, like aloe and tea is the first one. Following that, in upgrading the consumer to a wider range of products, remembering, as I stated before, it is extremely important for you to be using your products. And in my chat, as Bayer knows, I try and post as much as I can of everything that I consume. And people watch you as to what you are consuming. And it was proven to me. Bayer's told me so many times to use the personal protein powder. And for me, I didn't want to use it in the beginning. So as soon as I started using it, all my customers started using it. As soon as I started using the multifiber, my customers started using the multifiber, because they are watching as to what I'm doing. They're watching my results. Bayer also stated to me I must start posting the tablets as well, which is the multivitamin. Okay, but the multivitamin is not available. I still got the last bottle left. The Rose Guard, the Thermogenic, all of those things. So I actually take the tablets out of the container and I actually take a picture and show them that this is exactly what I'm consuming. So today I went to go and deliver a bottle of Thermogenic as well, because that is what the consumers see me consuming. So that for me, I find, is far more effective, because you're actually showing them what you are doing. It's pointless you wanting to sell the product to the next person, but you are not doing the exact same thing. So if you don't believe in it, they are not going to believe in it. That is just how I see it. So when I start posting all the different things that I'm consuming, and Bayer knows every single recipe that I use, every single recipe that I make every single morning, I send that to my consumer. So in ending, how do I keep in touch with my consumers? I keep in touch daily, whether it's WhatsApps and phone calls. Follow up on your weigh-ins. And in my weigh-ins, in my personal chat, I post everybody's results because it inspires the next person in knowing that it doesn't necessarily mean that he or she is using the product for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, that their results will be the same as the next person. And that opens their eyes and gives them an idea. So whether or not they've lost 500 grams or a kilo, in my group, they will see the various or the various ways. I always put in the date of which they started. So let's just say hypothetically they started the 26th of January, and to date they lost 5 kilos. So the person reading it can also do their own calculations in knowing. Doesn't matter when the person started, it doesn't mean that they will specifically lose 10 kilos by the first month. So that also inspires my customers in the group chat, but that's obviously only if they are in the group chat. If they are not, because I have obviously more than one group, I request permission to post their results in other groups as well, with no pictures. Because for me, some people don't prefer the pictures on other people's cell phones, so I keep those private. But obviously the results, I'll put the name in there with a date, and I'll say this person, Molosca's lost 5 kilos in just 5 months. Her energy is up. She's using this and this product and she's feeling amazing. So that's exactly what I do in my own personal chats as well. So as I stated before, motivational quotes from Facebook, motivational pictures forwarded, follow up as to what water intake they are currently taking. So for me, it's important when you are messaging and just having the current conversation with your consumer, you must find out from them what their water intake is at all times. Because many times they will say, I'm not feeling too well today, I've got a bit of a headache. As we all know, and we've been taught this, in every BBS, in every training session, have more water. So yes, we do remember this, but we don't follow up with our consumers. Actually create that conversation in asking them how much water they are taking per day. Insist on daily consumption listings. Ask them all the time, what are you currently eating? What was your intake for the day? I have one particular consumer who wants me to ask her every single day so that she can know that she's on track all the time. How the shakes was made for the day. Insist on asking them what they've done for the day. So whether your follow-up is every second day or third day, doesn't matter. Make sure that you have that communication with your consumers. It's the same communication you have with your members, so that your members can have their conversation with their consumers. It's the same rolling effect all the time, because if you're going to do the follow-up with your members and you're going to do the follow-up with your customers, they're going to do it with their customers, so that you know there's constant communication at all times. Selfies and adding them to different 6-day challenges. So for me, if I find that this particular person doesn't want to be on a different challenge, I try and have the communication with them separately. It does take a bit of more work, but that is why I get up a little bit more earlier than everybody else, so that I have the communication with them all the time. So that is just a picture, some inspirational picture of myself as well. There's a message that I got in saying, please don't stop. I'm sticking to my eating plan, but finding it hard to keep active. I have a class for the rest of the week. I'm doing my activities on Sunday. Take me with you, please. So as you can see, I keep on posting. That is the time that I post. That's the time people started to respond to me as well. And I find that it makes it easier because it doesn't take time out of their busy day. So not necessarily everybody uses at the same time. It's just the way I feel and the way my clients are aware that at 4 o'clock they will get a message, and that wakes them up in the morning as well for work. So it's A-okay on my side. There's another slide, I think, Baya.
I'm busy getting it.
So, just a little bit more about me, which products are currently, which was the products that I started on, which was the trial pack, as you all know, which was the shake and tea. What I'm using now is the aloe, the shampoo and conditioner, the tea, the facial products, the thermogenic, the lift off, the soya beans, the rose gold, basically everything. But yes, the protein bars, the soup, the F1 bars, the personal protein powder, all flavor shakes, and the multi-fiber. So when the consumers ask me what suits them or what would be fit for them, I take some of my shakes with me whenever I do a follow-up as well. If I know that Maloska hasn't tasted the tropical shake and I'm going to her house, I take the tropical shake with me. And I actually make the shake in front of Maloska so that Maloska can taste the shake. And when she tastes the shake, either she likes it or she doesn't. And if she likes it, believe me I will walk away ensuring that Maloska has a shake with her before I leave. So that's another guarantee on my side so that I know, and also that I know that Maloska's tasted my new shake. So how do I use the products? I currently enjoy them both plain and I create my own recipes. So Baya is one of my, well, she knows that whenever I post in the morning, I advise all my customers exactly how I'm mixing my shake. So it gives them ideas as well how to mix their shake in the morning. But I love my fruit pieces in them, and that's how I enjoy it as well. So when I started my business and why I'm doing it, so for those who don't know, I started in September due to losing a bet with my coach. So my coach made a bet with me and I lost it completely. So I said I wanted to lose 15 kgs by December. I lost it by September already. The reason why I'm doing it is because I love helping people to look and feel as healthy as I do. The advantages, the new family I've gained, the gratitude, the respect, and the love from all the Herbalifers, including Maloska, and the extra income as well, obviously. So my Herbalife journey, I joined on the 4th of June. On the 26th of July, I attended my first HOM. I became a member on the 5th of September. I got my first pin on the 5th of November. And as you guys can see, my PPV points from January this year up and until July. And there's my goal to become an active world team member in 2017 still.
And just for everybody, this is just personal purchased volume. So total volume, Rukhsana averages every single month between 4,000 and 5,000. Am I correct, Rukhsana?
100%, yes. So how do I do this? As you guys can see, and I'm sure those who have me on Facebook, I don't promote my customers. Only those of which tags me in, of course, I will add them and I will select and I'll like and I'll comment. But I will never post their results because they need to do it out of their own. That's just the way I feel because when, as I stated before, when it was done to me, I didn't like it. So obviously I would ask their permission first if I do see fit, but I'll use other people's stories, obviously asking their permission. WhatsApps and Instagram, that's exactly how I deal with social media. I don't use any form from my side. And as you guys know, I only promote myself because as I do believe I'm the product of the product.
And I can tell you at this stage already, sorry to interrupt you, Rukhsana, next Monday you want to be on the call again because there we have the social media queen on our call. Miloska Pfeiffer just engaged on Saturday, congratulations. And also World Team, on her way to Active World Team, and she will introduce us to her world because she loves social media and has built an incredible customer base through social media. So we will learn even there more about it, but it's interesting how you use it basically for your follow-up as well, Rukhsana. Thank you.
Pleasure. So we've already noted that. You asked the customers, 27 customers, 34 in my business. And as you can see, what my total volume was for July. As Baya said, the average 5,383.75 for July only.
Congratulations. Good figures, lovely figures.
Thank you. So this is my last slide. My most important part, especially for those who've just started, have fun, guys. Enjoy the journey. Work on yourself because that is most important. As I said in the beginning, and I still keep on saying that, you need to work on yourself because you can only promote yourself when it comes to being face-to-face with consumers. Find out your why. Plug into as much people as you can around you. I believe whether it's a sideline, downline, upline, doesn't matter. If you find somebody who inspires you, that is the person who is going to be there around you all the time. Don't be afraid to ask. Set a goal for yourself. If your journey is weight loss, believe me, buy me something that you can't fit into. If it's weight gain, same story. Buy something that you can't fit into and make yourself fit into it, and let that be your goal. Love the product and you will see it. You are the creator of your own destiny. And I think my time is up. Thank you, Bea.
Stunning. Well done, Rukhsana, well done. Thank you so much. There was a lot of stuff in it, absolutely incredible. And I was just remembering now my early days, whenever we went to a training, and you hear often Mark Hughes was our founder, and a lot of people regret actually that they haven't met Mark Hughes, but I can tell you what he was always talking about was about follow-up. It's not about selling a trial pack. It's not about selling the first upgrade. It's about when the customer comes back over and over and over again, and the customer trusts you more and more and get incredible results, and you're just happy and celebrate with them. So Rukhsana, you really gave us a big lesson here. Thank you very much. I just want to open quickly for 2-3 questions before I continue. So if there are any questions, you just need to unmute yourself and then start with your question. Any questions?
I got one.
Yes, FC, come on.
All right. So what do you do with your customers that struggle with the water? How do you motivate them in that? Yeah, like I said, I have a couple customers and they all seem to get stuck on the 1.5 liters and they just can't get beyond that. And I'm struggling to motivate them getting into it. I have offered buying the aloe to sweeten up the water, but obviously not all of them can afford it immediately. So what can you help me with that?
I love that question because I have the same issue. And like I said before, earlier in my presentation, not everyone can afford all the products. So what I tell them is to add something to the water to make them want to drink it. Example, add in strawberries, add in cucumber, add in mint, add in lemon, add in whichever things to add to make the water taste nice, to give them that extra oomph in wanting to drink the water. Some people enjoy it with a drop of honey as well. There's different ways and means of consuming the water, whether they have it ice cold, whether they have it hot, and you can even ask them to add the tea to it as well, to give it the iced tea. So that's the different forms. So for me, motivation, I've got a little picture which I will send to you. You must just send me a WhatsApp. Is a 5-liter bottle where you can actually measure it and I give it to them and tell them that that is how far they are currently with their water. And all you need to do is, for at least minimum 21 days, keep in touch with them and showing them on how much water they are on for the day. But I just find after the 21st day, they are doing the water on their own.
Rukhsana, maybe you can send the picture into the team chat.
I can do that, no problem.
And everybody has it. Okay, super, thank you. Next question.
Rukhsana?
Yes.
I've got a question here. I've got a simple question, but very important for us. We've got a client that has got a problem with tea intake. Every time that she takes the tea, she vomits it. So what is your advice that we can do for her to continue taking the tea, because tea is the most important also product of Herbalife as well,
A very good one, Seremani. So if the customer doesn't like the tea taste, my question is, how is she currently consuming it? Is she consuming it cold, or is she consuming it hot? And that will also add to the same thing. If the consumer doesn't like the flavor tea, remember there's more than one flavor. Okay? So if she doesn't like it at all with the water, I tell her to add it, him or her to add it to the shake. Because it doesn't only give the flavor to the shake as well, it also ensures that they are also consuming the tea at the same time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That sounds great.
Additional, what I want to recommend is not taking the tea on the empty tummy.
Yes.
So when people are very, very sensitive, because the tea enhances your metabolism. So I can take tea on the empty tummy, not a problem, and I like to do it early morning before my exercise. But often people are not used to that enhancement of the metabolism, and that can make them feeling like vomiting, and this is why rather lower the dosage of the tea and have it always after the shake or after your lunch.
Yeah, that's why I asked also when and how she's consuming it. That's why I said it all depends. But if it all fails, because I do have somebody, Baya, who doesn't like it, the tea at all. But as I explained to her that it's important to have it. Yeah. So the last option would be to add it into the shake just to ensure that he or she is having it. It might not be as effective, but as long as they are having it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because the client takes the tea after the shake.
The tea after the shake?
Yes.
Okay, but again, as I said, is she having it hot or is she having it cold? Because if she's having it cold, she must try it hot. If she's having it hot, she must try it cold. And then maybe put in a piece of lemon or even a piece of fruit. Strawberry, cucumber. Everybody's got a different taste. So I'm not too sure which one she'd like. And obviously, when she finds one that she likes, then that's your winner.
Okay. Because she has tried the original, then she went on to the raspberry, both, you know, the original and the raspberry. It was the same.
How much does she take?
She was taking half a teaspoon of a tea after the shake in the morning.
Okay. Take less of the quantity, and if anything does not work, not hot, not cold, what Rukhsana suggested just now, then I would change into the NRG beverage. It's based on different ingredients, it still has the same effect. So that's based on guarana. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Any further question? 3, 2, going once. More questions? Going twice? You were too good, Rukhsana. There are no questions left. Okay, let me jump there into our promotion, because that is so important for you and for your members you currently have and for your members who sign up in the future. So please be aware now. My final tip there is attend really the next HRM, Herbalife Opportunity Meeting. You should be on our event chat group. You should be always aware, when is the next meeting in your region happening? When is the next BBS happening? This is part of your future, so you want to be always on track. The next Monday webinar, this is wrong, I announced already, will be Miloshka, and she will talk about social media and all what we can experience with social media and what we can do with social media. So make your excuses, your reasons why. And there is basically where the promotion can help you big time. Sometimes it's difficult for yourself to find a goal. And this is why we guide you basically with the goals. There you can see Bridget McKeesey is coming to Cape Town on the 2nd of September. So you want to make sure to be at this customer day, at this special business building seminar. Bridget developed herself from coming from nowhere, from a township in Johannesburg, in speed like you won't believe it, to an international millionaire team, and being financially independent now and travels the world. So you need to see and hear her. It's absolutely incredible. You know already about the vacation. A lot of you are in qualification for the vacation. And I just want to tell you, don't give up. A lot of people in June, July, they think, oh, I'm not sure if I'm still going to make it. And they drop the ball. And in December, they find out, no, I could have made it. So rather stick to it and go for it. You really can make it. And it's the most incredible vacation which we have to experience in Tenerife or Miami or Zanzibar. Absolutely unbelievable. Most of us go to Zanzibar, but it's your choice where you want to go. And now I come to the Extravaganza. Extravaganza is our biggest annual event. And now I must tell you, and we had that funny conversation on the chat group where some people thought I can make magic happen when the early bird ticket was sold out. then Bea cannot make magic happen, then it's sold out. At this stage, the event is 50% sold out. What does that mean? If everybody who has sold his own ticket brings just one more person, the event is sold out. And everybody who has already a ticket, believe me or not, they work actually on 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people more to bring to the event. Because when you see that Dr. David Heber is coming, this is a specialist. He wrote books like you won't believe it, about diet, about nutrition, about everything. He knows everything when it comes to nutrition. And this person comes all the way from the US. He is a well-known, well-educated, not just a normal doctor, a professor, and he will educate us. This is a training you won't believe. But then also David Bevan and Jane Clark are coming. They are Children's Club members. That means they have more than 5 president team lines developed already. And they started seriously their business on the trial pack. And this is just a couple of years back. So you want to learn from them. So make sure tonight or latest tomorrow to get your ticket. I really mean when it's sold out, nobody can help you anymore. And I personally, I don't want to make a forecast there, but I personally believe that by the end of the month, the event will be sold out. It's incredible at the moment what's happening. So let's be there with a big team. This was your first extravaganza, Rukhsana, huh? And Miloshka and FC was there. And we have Friday afternoon is a supervisor training. And you want to make sure, I'm just looking now at Chantal and Shovi, that you are supervisors till then, that we have you also in the Friday training. So just let's get the plan together. But now I come to the brand new EMEA promotion, and I want to open up your ears again. I know it's late in the evening, you have maybe worked the whole day, but this is basically where your whole business gets started on a serious level, and Herbalife makes it so, so easy. And this is a promotion for all members and all supervisors. And this is a promotion which is done for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So even when you have members overseas in Europe, it applies to them as well. So when you look back now, how big was your volume in July? Now, like Sarimani sitting next to me, he must just look back. How much was his PPV in July? This is his baseline for the next 3 consecutive months. Shovi and Chantal, who just signed up recently, so congratulations, welcome to the team. They are also sitting next to me. They are brand new members. Their baseline in July, because they weren't there a member, is 0. So they just need to have at least 200 personal purchase volume in August, and this for 3 consecutive months. This is round about 2-3 customers plus your personal purchase. And you get from Herbalife this beautiful branded bag. Chantal, anyway, wants to have a new shaker. This is a shaker you can't buy. It's a very special one, limited edition. And you have a toiletry bag, all branded, all beautiful and nice. So, and Sarimani looks basically all existing members. You just look back, how much was your PPV last month? If it was 100, or like Rukhsana, 2,200, then you just add another 200. It's just another 2-3 customers, just 2-3 new customers, and you get into the qualification. So 3 consecutive months, 200 PPV, and the qualification period starts now in August, so better get it done now. And then the MAP promotion for all brand new members who haven't achieved the NutriBullet yet. The good news is we all thought, oh my goodness, we don't get the NutriBullet again. And the good news is NutriBullet promotion is still on. So everybody can qualify now, August, September, October, with 500 personal purchase volumes, 3 consecutive months. That's 5 to 7 customers, and you're in the game to get your branded NutriBullet. And then we have the MAP sponsor promotion. And this is again now for all members and all supervisors. Achieve personally 500 personal purchase volume points in 3 consecutive months. Now listen very carefully. So if you're a supervisor or if you are a brand new member, you have to achieve 3 consecutive months 500 personal purchase volume. and help 2 direct personally sponsored members to qualify also with 3 consecutive months 500 ppv. Let's say you have signed up somebody brand new, like Serimani did it just now at the moment, and he helps this person to have 3 consecutive months 500 ppv, and finds another person doing the same, and then he earns a 3-piece Herbalife branded luggage set. Or if he says, I don't care about luggage, I want to have cash, he can get 350 euro, not rand, 350 euro reward in cash. That's approximately, with the currency exchange rate, around about 4,500 rand. Just like that, because you help 2 people to qualify for their NutriBullet. But the crazy part is, your brand new member who is doing the 3 consecutive months 500 ppv, when they find now, when they continue with the 500 ppv, and they find also 2 new people who are doing the 500 ppv, they also get the luggage set or the 350 cash. Does that make sense? I mean, it does not make sense. It's just awesome, yeah? I mean, I never had a promotion like that. And then plus, if you are working a little bit harder, a little bit more, and you have more members in more MAP qualifiers, a MAP qualifier is always the person who is doing 3 consecutive months 500 ppv, then you get an extra reward per more person of 150 cash reward. Meaning you can get 350 euro for the first 2 people. You add another one, you have 500. You add another one, you have 650. You add another one, you have, where am I now, 750, 650, then you are under 800, then you go up to 950. It's unlimited. I was like, can I believe my eyes? So you help other people to become successful, to get into the game for the NutriBullet, and you get a reward of 150 rand per each person you sponsor personally and help to get into the game. What Herbalife wants to achieve, they want to just make sure that you work with your people, that you show them everything what you have learned and continue from there. Isn't that absolutely awesome? The qualification period starts now in August. So now I tell you a trick. When you get into the game, that you have a minimum of 500 ppv every single month with your 5 to 7 customer, better 10 customer or whatever, yeah? But you have at least your 500 ppv every single month, and every time you add a new member, you make sure that they get into the game for the NutriBullet, that they also start to build their customer base. You make shake parties like crazy together and get them also into the game. And that basically gives you extra cash all the time. And when you help them to find also new members, you get additional, they get their cash as well. So it's a win-win situation, which is absolutely exciting. I see there's a couple of questions coming up. Let me see that quickly. It's my pleasure. Okay, this is more, okay. Ruxana, you beautiful woman, you are such a rock star. Thank you for the valuable information. Internet signal bad. Okay, Colleen. So just for you, Ruxana. Okay, so, and from there we continue quickly that you just get the rest of the promotion. So these are the amazing rewards. If I would be you, you should be clear. Every Friday you get an email from Herbalife. Print these promotions, have it in front of you, make a plan for it, that you don't miss out any single thing. Don't say I didn't know, don't say I didn't understand. This is now your task, if you don't understand something, to talk to your sponsor or talk to me, that you really understand every single thing and monitor and check all the time that you never ever miss out anything. This can be, if you get yourself into this game, just getting the extra little bits, you build your business the right way at the same time. You climb up the marketing plan ladder automatically by just chasing actually the extra little gifts. You basically develop yourself to the supervisor, to the world team, and there beyond. And this was basically it, where I want to stop now. Yes, our promotion with Club 500 Plus continues. Our promotion with Club 1000 Plus continues. So there's so much extra basically you get right now. It's really unbelievable. We never had a time like that. That Herbalife rewards are so big time. So take advantage of it, because if Herbalife sees we don't take advantage of it, they might not give us such prices in the future anymore. But when they see we take advantage of it, they will actually give us more and more and more. So what is to say at last now? First of all, a big thank you to Rukhsana. You were absolutely amazing. The call is recorded, and I hope with the internet connection everything worked well, so that you find it in the next couple of days on Level 10 Club page. Don't miss out really on going for the promotions and get your extravaganza ticket latest tonight, if not tomorrow, but really make sure that you get your ticket. Okay, thank you everybody, and a big thank you to Rukhsana. We love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye. Bye. You were incredible. Thank you, Rukhsana.